In a small village where mud houses stood in long rows, lived a sweet 10-year-old boy named Ayan. His family was very poor, but his parents loved him deeply. His father worked hard in the fields all day, and his mother washed dishes in other people's homes. Ayan always wanted to help his parents, but he was too young and couldn't grasp the true weight of their struggles. He dreamed of becoming a great man by studying hard, but poverty had his dreams tied in heavy chains. He didn't have good clothes for school or books to read. Sometimes he even had to sleep on an empty stomach, yet he never let sadness show on his face. One day his father made a heartbreaking decision to send Ayan to the city. "There are no jobs here in the village," his father said gently. "In the city, you can work, learn something new, build a better life for yourself." Ayan didn't understand why he had to leave home, but he agreed, wanting only to make his parents happy. The next morning, his father put him on a bus to a distant city where a distant relative lived. Ayan was supposed to learn a trade and stay there. His mother, hiding her tears, gently touched his head. "Son, stay strong. Never give up, no matter what happens," she whispered, her voice trembling. As Ayan looked out the bus window, the village, the trees, the mud houses, everything he loved began to disappear. His heart was full of dreams, but he had no idea that life was about to test him in the most brutal way. As soon as Ayan stepped off the bus, a wave of fear washed over him. The city was a different world. Towering buildings, fast cars, deafening noises, and strangers everywhere. He pulled out the address his father had given him and tried to ask people for help, but no one seemed to care. Some ignored him completely, while others just stared. Hours passed and darkness fell. He hadn't eaten all day. His feet ached, and tears welled up in his eyes. Confused and terrified, Ayan found a quiet corner and began to cry. "What should I do? Where do I go?" he whispered to himself. The streetlights flickered on, but his heart felt consumed by darkness. He hoped someone, anyone, would help him, but no one came. Outside a hotel, he spotted some leftover food. Driven by hunger, he reached for it, but a man shouted and scared him away. Exhausted and weak, Ayan lay down outside a closed shop. The cold wind bit at him, and his small body started to shake. That night, Ayan felt for the first time just how cruel the world can be when you're all alone. He cried softly, "Mom, Dad, I'm alone here," and slowly drifted into a broken sleep, shivering with fear and hunger. But as the sun rose the next morning, a small ray of hope ignited inside him. He stood up and told himself crying won't change anything. Have to do something. He dusted off his clothes and started walking, not knowing where he was going, but determined to keep moving forward. Suddenly, he saw a bustling tea shop. An old man was brewing tea while two workers served customers. Gathering all his courage, Ayan approached him. "Grandpa, can I get a job here?" The old man looked him up and down. His clothes were filthy, his face covered in dust. "Where are you from, child?" he asked kindly. Ayan didn't share his full story, just said he came from a village and desperately needed work. The old man's heart softened. He handed Ayan a piece of bread and a cup of tea. "Eat this first. We'll talk after." And just like that, Ayan got a small job at the shop, cleaning tables, washing cups, and serving water to customers. It wasn't easy work, but at least he wasn't hungry anymore. Days turned into weeks, and Ayan kept learning. Some customers were rude, others were kind. Slowly, he began to understand that people are a mix of everything. One day, a well-dressed man named Mr. Rakish, a school principal, visited the tea shop. He watched Ayan work diligently, always staying polite. "Son, why don't you go to school?" Mr. Rakish asked. Ayan looked down, ashamed. "Sir, I have no money." Mr. Rakesh was deeply moved. He spoke with the old tea seller. "This boy has a spark. He must study. I'll get him into my school." The old man nodded with a warm smile. "Go, son. Write your own future." So Ayan started school. In the evenings, he continued to help at the tea shop. With every passing day, he excelled in his studies. Every struggle made him stronger, and every failure taught him a new lesson. Years went by. Ayan became the top student in his school. He won a scholarship and went to college. The same boy who once cried alone on the streets was now a successful man working at a big company. But he never forgot where he came from. He returned to the same tea shop where his new life began. The old man was now very frail. When he saw Ayan in a suit, his eyes filled with tears. "Grandpa," Ayan said, holding his hand, "you won't work anymore. I've bought you a new home. Now you will rest." Then Ayan returned to his village and embraced his parents. Their eyes overflowed with tears of joy. This story teaches us that no matter how hard life gets, we must never give up. Sometimes life will try to break us, but our real strength is the fire we carry inside. Like Ayan, if we stay patient and keep working hard, we can change our destiny. Struggles make us stronger, mistakes teach us valuable lessons, and every challenge prepares us for success. The world can be a tough place. But if we become our own biggest supporter and never stop learning, nothing can stand in our way. Thank you so much for watching. This story touched your heart. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. We'll see you in the next video.